Welcome, welcome, welcome. How is everyone today? Hope you guys are all having a really great day. I've had a pretty good week. Today we are going to be looking at my chess gym training and my normal study routine. So if you guys want to follow along, that would be great. If you are watching this back as a video, thank you for watching. I do appreciate you checking out some of the stuff afterwards. And yeah, I guess let's kind of get right into it. The first thing is going to be here we go. Here's our first puzzle of the day. Hello, hello, hello. How are things? So this is, and for those that don't know, the chess gym is actually, you know what? I should make a chess gym thing. So, oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing. That's fine. I'll do it afterwards. We'll just do this. We'll do it really quick. Yeah, all you need to make a command is all. I have the command. I just have to put it in my bot, which I didn't do. I'll just create a new one right now. We'll do exclamation chess gym. And that should be that. 300 user 300. Globals 90 seconds. Okay, save. I think if we do exclamation point chess gym, we should be good. Oh, I don't think we need a global actually. Let's get rid of the global and let's just see if it works. All right, there we go. So that works. Anybody that needs that can do chess gym, and I could probably update the stream then to update the titles, and we will do update all, and that should be good now. So people should be able to see that. I think we're good to go. Okay, cool. I didn't want to have to do that right away, but that's all good. All right, so for those of you that don't know, the Chess Gym is an online chess community, and they focus on chess improvement by doing a little bit every day. They post 3 particular different leveled puzzles that you should set up on a board, and I can show you behind me. I've got a setup behind me here. Here's my chess training setup. I just do a little spinaroo, and I usually do my work at the board, but when I stream it, I put it on Elite Chess Study, and I do it all in front of you. So they do 3 puzzles a day. That's not all they do, but they do some more things. And really the idea is to set up a clock and a timer, and being able, ooh, sorry about the blur. The idea is to use time that you would use in a normal classical game, and these are the first 3 things. There is a lot of things to do. They have the workout of the week, which is a custom thing that you can add. One week was you had to create your whole opening rep from your mind and then put it in a file, which was very exciting to do. And that was kind of an easier task for me because I was already in the process of doing that when they put this together. And then the one that we had for this week, which I've already done, was some crazy mate in 2 puzzles. And then they wanted you to create your own mate in 2. I skipped that part because I didn't have the time. Maybe I'll get back to doing that. But I have Martin's book, 100 mate in 2 chess puzzles, which these are extremely hard. They're very, very difficult. I spent 15 minutes on the first one and ran into troubles. So yeah, it's a really good book if you want to be challenged. Those mate in 2s are kind of crazy. And then also if you don't have enough mate and twos, you can get the, the megatome of, chess 5,334 problems, combinations, and games by Polgar. A lot of people think that this was written by the dad, but it was not. It was written by Susan, I believe. I think she's talked about that on Twitter before. So something to take a look at. I actually happen to have a hardcover copy, which are very tough to find, and I got it actually back in the 90s, so that's kind of why I have it now. And I've ruined or destroyed the dust jacket, but I do still have the book, and it's amazing. But yeah, that thing is a huge paperweight for sure. But if you can't get enough mate and twos, that's the book for you. And that's where I get all my mate and twos from. I get from that book as well. If I really want to put some crazy hard mate and twos in, I'll start using Martin's book as well for my TikToks. But all right, let's get into the chess gym. Yeah, there are some other things that you can do on the chess gym. I might as well just do it. Let's do a full screen here, and I'll just go over to what the chess gym looks like. So I like showing this off a couple times. So they've got this whole community, and if you want all the information, go out to the chess gym website and take a look at what it costs and things like that. I figured I would try it out. I've been part of other chess communities, and they didn't work out the way I was expecting, but the chess gym I really actually like, and I highly endorse. It's very good, and everybody's very active. There's about 100 or so people last time I checked. Oh, we're at to 117. So apologies if you guys wanted to be kind of anonymous, but there's a fair number of good people here, and it's really nice. Everybody is really welcoming to the community in the chat. They have news. There's a new members area to introduce yourself, which is really awesome. And then there's a getting started page, which gives you all the information for what the chess gym is all about and how to do the weekly training and all of that. There's also a chess gym discussion. I've done a video on this, doing a high level of that. And if you guys want to take a look at that, you can. But mainly, the thing that we work off of is the habit tracker. And on the habit tracker, it gives you this full weeks of stuff. So these are the 3 positions that you work on every day. So you should work on the 3 positions every day in the daily position. And you don't have to do all 3. I happen to go above and beyond. I know that there's a lot of people that are doing all 3, but there's a fundamental level problem, a medium problem, and then a hard problem. Martin is the one responsible for posting the fundamental problems, and Nate is responsible for posting the medium and hard puzzles, and they can be quite challenging. And the fundamentals can be too at times. So if you're around 1,000 or so, or 1,200, you could find these to be a little bit challenging. So I find some of them challenging, and I'm 1,600. So and then there's a workout of the week. They want you to play a long game, which is at least a 30-30 or longer, and then annotate that game. And in the chess gym, you can post your annotations, you can talk about them, you can discuss things they want you to put in a study. It's really engaging. And what I think my favorite thing about the community is that everybody really has the same kind of mindset. They're all looking to improve. And then also Martin and Nate are extremely active, and they're very engaging with the community. They're talking to people. I actually had a talk with Nate the other night. I scheduled a meeting with him. He wanted to talk about YouTube and what I do here for streaming. And then I also talked to him about considering actually maybe looking at some of his coaching services. Not that I need them, but it might be something I'm interested in down the way. But yeah, this is really great community. If you haven't seen it or heard about it, I urge you to take a look. You can take a look at the chessgym.com, and it's really awesome. I make sure I go well out of my way to do all of the things. I haven't done today, so we won't check that off until we're done. But all right, let's go get into it right away. chess gym stuff. So this is the fundamental problem. Let's take a look. Let's change our scene here so it's a little bit easier and clear to read, and let's get going. All right, let's go back to here to the dashboard, and I can see who's here. Okay, great. Everything looks awesome. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's see what this one's all about. What's really interesting about this particular game is that there is a game in the database. So I don't know if they pulled this from this game or not, but I find that to be very interesting. It's a game played by some Class A players, 1916, Kilm Edie, and then 1875, bruh, Master BM, bruh. So, okay, we need to figure out what to do here. So the first thing I like to do in these is take routine and take a note of what's on the board. So it looks like material is even. We have an imbalance between a knight against a bishop. We have opposite side pawn structures where we've got a 3 against 4 and then a 4 on 3. And other than that, everything is fairly even. So what are the themes here? The queen, blacks. Do they have any checks, captures, or threats against my king? I don't see any checks, so I think we're safe. There are a number of captures. We have 1 capture, 2 captures, and this capture, and that's about it. The other theme here is they have this, but our rook is protecting that, so that's probably nothing to really worry about, but something to note just because if this rook ever moves, there could be mate types of threats. So we have to, it's not there yet, but it's good to take note of it, right? That's where my brain's going. Okay, what are some other key elements here? Our queen is undefended, their queen is undefended, our rook is undefended. This bishop is only protected by 1 piece, but it is being attacked by 1 piece, so that is also potentially undefended. So I think the theme here, and I think I have figured it out, but I'll give you guys a chance to answer before actually making my prediction. And I believe I have the right sequence. So Andrew says rook g3, and it's impossible to save the bishop. For example, queen takes e5 is going to checkmate the king. Queen takes e5, rook takes g4. Yes, I believe that is the answer. I saw something a little bit differently. I think that is definitely one of the lines. So Andrew is saying that rook here and then takes, and then we take the bishop. It's a bishop for a pawn. I believe that is one of the answers, or at least one of the scenarios to deal with. I think this is another particular answer. And then we either pick up the queen or the bishop after the 2 pawn moves. And these pawn moves could also be in conjunction with the idea that Andrew had come up with as well. Yeah, now that's kind of getting me thinking, if we go here and here, and then he goes here, the bishop... Oh, we still take, and we take with the pawn. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, yeah, so it's just a little bit different, but we want to make sure that we're covering all that, so I believe that's the case. I think that's it. So I think we've thought for a good amount of time. So what I would do is I would take note of my combinations and the ideas that I had. I would write them down, and I would write my move down, and then I would hit my clock. So actually, I physically have a clock set up. I'll show you behind me. I have my clock right there, and I actually set a timer. I usually put on my 60 by 60, or I put in, an hour, and then I just hit the clock, and it simulates actually trying to make a move in a tournament game. So that's how I'm actually doing these physically on the board. So I don't normally set these up online like this. So I believe this is going to be the answer. Okay, so I think we've got that one. Let's go back and take a look at the daily position. We'll take a look at the fundamental. We'll like this. If you want to, you can leave a comment. I don't normally comment. It is possible to comment, but one of the things that I would like to talk to Nate and Martin about the website design is if you can click comment, but it doesn't show everybody else's comment, because I feel like that's partly taints some of the decision making. That would be my case. So, oh, you said but. That's probably why the chat got mad at you, but it looks like you had still posted your message, so I think everything's fine. Okay, so let's click on the position and we'll click on the solution. Yep. Okay, we saw all that and we're good. We saw the exact combination. I saw all of it, so I feel pretty happy about that. You could set up an additional pin, but it's not necessary. You might as well. This is equaling, yeah, because they can just move the bishop and you've lost your advantage. F4. Oh, I didn't see that move, but yeah, I felt like that wasn't the right course of action. So I'm pretty happy that we got all of the moves and I saw the entire sequence. So yeah, most butts are not clean, so it's all good. It's probably in there. I'll probably just have to modify it. I grabbed a template and put in a bunch of that. It probably has to be modified. It's most likely a bit strict. So I'm not too worried about it. Okay. I feel pretty good that we got that one, so that's one of them done. And we can actually mark it off on the sheet. You only have to do one of them. I do all three, so I like to mark it off just to make sure I have it done. And I've done all my other weekly work, so I'm really not too worried about it, so we can just close that out. Okay, let's move over to the medium puzzle. And let's see if we can figure this guy out. Okay, very good. Okay, let's take note of the position. So it looks like we've got a French structure. It could have transposed from something else, like a King's Indian, but it has a French style structure, given that the B pawn is missing and this backward C pawn, along with the lock center. That's kind of the theme here. We both have three minor pieces. Whoops. So 3 on 3. No imbalance there. We both have 2 rooks and a queen, 2 rooks and a queen. So all the majors are still on the board. And then we got a little bit of a pawn structure. Interesting. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6. So one pawn's missing. 1, 2, 3. So it looks like it's completely even when it comes to material. I want to try to match you in 5-3. You are white, unrated. I know I'm going to lose, but I want to play for fun. If you can do 5, if I can do 5 plus 1. I'm guessing you're requesting whether or not we play a 5-3 game. I'm not taking any requests for playing today. I'm going through my chess study. It might be something that we might do after I get through my chess study for the day. So if you want to hang out and try to solve some of these puzzles with us, that would be sweet. I'd love to have you here. I know some people love to do their requests and they do a lot of requests from people that are watching. I don't normally do that. I usually restrict that to actual requests for one of my rewards for people that are watching the stream for a long time. So I can't remember what the reward is. I'm sure they need to be modified because I don't stream that often, and I think it's kind of a ridiculous amount of time and cost. So but yeah, let's kind of solve some of these, and maybe I'll take some requests after. I'm not sure, but I'm not closing the door completely. I really want to play bishop g7, but I'm not sure how to continue after g5. Yeah, that would be tricky, wouldn't it? So let's explore that idea for a little bit. So we play bishop g5, and the idea is there's two pieces up on g5, and they play g5. Yeah, because even if you take and then come here after taking here, there's no, you can just, the king can take and then go here. So yeah, I don't think that works. At least I can't see it working. But this idea might be good, because if he plays here, you can take here. And then you can take the pawn. But I'm not certain it's a mate threat. Maybe it is. It's quite possible. That is a theme. The king's open, and there are dark square weaknesses. Let's take a look at what black can do to us first. They don't have any checks. That's good. Do they have any captures? I don't see any captures at all. I don't think they can even take any piece, even if it was random. There is one. So there's one thing that we have to worry about. That one there. Yeah, I feel like it's a non-issue because we can just take back, so it's probably nothing to worry about. So what's the theme here? I think the theme is to try to break through to the king. Now, how best to do that? Bishop g7 was suggested, but I don't think that works. Maybe we didn't give that enough due. So that would be here. Here is the suggested defense. But what about that? With the idea of coming here then and pinning the queen. Yeah, the other was bishop takes f8 is another op. So if we go here, I think it's just takes here and you're okay. Because you're on a dark square. So the queen is still protecting this diagonal. It's something we have to consider. So here's the other option. Here, I'm not completely abandoning the idea of bishop g7. I don't think bishop f8 works either way. What else is there? Is there anything that we're just like completely missing? So the idea is to get the bishop out of the way. So the queen can come here and we have a mate threat. But what if we don't necessarily try to force it? What if we make a quiet move first? Like queen f4. Oh, here's another threat. There's also this as a threat, so we have to be careful of that as well. But the idea is, can we just ignore this? So if we go here and we take, we have this and this, so that's going to be just mate. And maybe that's the key. What we have to worry about is this and then this. This fork is definitely a threat and something to worry about. So if we're not hasty about getting to the king, we could have some problems here and drop an exchange. So we do have to be a little bit careful, and we do have to be a little bit expedited in our approach. Unfortunately, the problem is we do not have any immediate threats on the king, that would be forcing moves like checks. There's no checks. So that causes more complications. Okay, so that did fix it. Not quite. I don't like the way that posts, that auto posting for my socials. It is broken up better than it used to be, but it's still not as good as I would like. Wah wah. Maybe I'll have to post those differently. Okay. I'm not seeing a way through. Though I like the idea of the quiet move, but what's the follow-up? Because if we make a quiet move, he's going to take our bishop. But we're out of the threat of the fork, so that's good. Whoops. Oh my goodness. So here, and then what's going to happen after? Then we go here? I am not seeing the way through. So, yeah, when calculating these things, though, we do have to be mindful of trying to make the best move for both sides. My intuition is telling me that bishop g7 is the right way to go. So how do we get through? And I believe their best response is probably g5. So then what? Okay. Move 2, takes, 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 takes. And the queen doesn't have to take, but then we have this pin after at the end. But he can't take because this would be here. All right, here, 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 here. And the queen can't take it. But what have we gained? We've gained nothing. We do have the ability to take here after. The queen can come in, and we're going to drop this bishop because he would probably take here. I don't like any of that. It doesn't work. It doesn't work in my brain. I can't see it. What else is there? Well, the male person's here. Womp womp. Baxter. Okay, let's try to approach this from a different avenue. What about here? Because then if takes, takes. Now we still have to worry about this. If we're making a quiet move, I feel like it has to be a queen move, right? Wait a second. So I don't want to completely dismiss the bishop f8 takes here. Takes. check. Has to go back. But we don't have mate. Because we will have to lose defense of the knight by moving the queen to h3. And the only way it works is if he stayed on the h file, which he wouldn't. So, okay, that doesn't seem to work either. Maybe the easiest way is just to move back, challenge the bishop straight away. All right, we're kind of coming up to time limit, I think, so we're going to have to make a move. I am stuck. Well, the deepest calculation we made was bishop g7. So bishop g5, bishop takes f5, bishop takes f5. There's nothing on f5. Oh, bishop takes g5. Got it. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, I feel like that maybe is the best. That might be the way to go. It's the only thing I see, but we have to be careful because this is coming, right? So if we go here and he ignores it and he just takes here, 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 takes. Kind of, I'm not happy with either way. I don't like any of these. I just don't see it. I don't see it deep enough. The medium is hard today. This is really difficult. I think the best way. I think I like this the best way. Is we give them an opportunity to not make the best move. They are long. That doesn't mean they're wrong. It also doesn't mean they're right. So, but the idea is, you know, if he takes, I mean, that's immediate checkmate. So that's simple. Yeah, I know. It just doesn't. None of them work out, so I'm not exactly sure. So I think the best way to go is bishop g5. So, yeah, I think that's the only way we got to go. So, all right. I think that's our course of action. Bishop g5. And then we've kind of calculated out the rest. Oh, thanks. This is just the lead chess default. So, okay, I think we've got it figured out, or at least that's what we're going with. So this would be our move. And if they take here, we're taking here. Actually, I don't think we have. Yeah, yeah, we have to. Yeah, take here, here. Actually, now we have a mate threat. So that's one way. So that's one option. And then if they take, instead of taking our bishop, they take this bishop, we have this. And if they take here, 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 and here, I think that's what we're going to go with. All right, let's take a look at the medium position. I like this puzzle a lot. It's really good. Let's see. All right, so the move is bishop g7. Okay. Do we not have... I'm gonna challenge this because I don't see the best defense. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. but what's the best move here? Let's take a look. Bishop g5 is the best move. But it's still +6. Whoa. Bishop f8 is the best move. What is g5? Is that just losing? It's mate in 6 after that. What did I miss? Queen d3. Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, so g5 is not the resource. Bishop g7 was screaming at me. My intuition said so, but I couldn't work out this move. Okay. So we've messed that up. That's okay. That's why we go through these. Yep. Takes. Gets the bishop. Yeah, and then... Yeah, I mean, the rest of this kind of makes sense, so... Okay. Interesting. We missed that one. All right. Let's go take a look at the hard one. So if that was the easy one, or that was the medium one, now we get a chance to go do the hard one. So that was kind of crazy. Does everybody kind of understand what we missed on that one? It's a simple, yeah, it's a simple, quiet move. I mean, I think we can all understand this checkmate here. I think we understand that. And we understand if they take. So the idea, yeah, so we had the right idea of getting, you have to get the bishop out of the way. But after queen to, bishop to f8. Yeah, then taking the bishop, king takes, and then you can break through. But yeah, the idea here is this for a different checkmate. So for those that didn't see it, okay. After bishop g5, let's see. So here's the... I feel it trades everything off. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, because we just straight up give up a piece. So here... This not even the best. This isn't even the best move because of b2. Ha! Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, this was a mistake. I don't normally do the streaming, so it's really easy to miss some of these things. Wow. I didn't see any of that. I feel I'm embarrassed. Okay. Good to know intuition was there, but missed some things. This was a deep puzzle, so. What's the... He means after opponent's bishop g5. Well, I mean, that's also... Yeah, that's like losing. That's what I thought. I thought you meant our bishop b5. Whoops. Yeah, I did. After this, it's b2, and yeah, we're just... Yeah, no good. Okay, well, that was good. All right, on to the hard puzzle. So... Yeah, I mean, they have to figure it out. I probably would have too. I don't know. I've gotten to the point now where, like, if I can't calculate it out, I might not make the move. But the fact that it was kind of forcing with the bishop, with the a pawn taking the bishop, it's quite possible that, yeah, if you're here, yeah, I probably would have tried to go after the mate, just because you get this spot here, right? Yeah, I would have found this over the board and then just played this. and hoped, yeah, I mean, you got to see this, but yeah. Yeah, I know. I gotta. It's because I turned the engine on from. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm not going to turn the engine on. All right, let's move on to the next one. No engines this time. We'll check it just briefly. Yeah, the if I turn the engine on, it takes all the CPU and just blows my stream. So I can't really use the engine at the same time. All right, let's take note of the position. White has a strong center. We have an imbalance. Bishop versus knight. Endgame. They're up. White is up a pawn. A passed pawn at that. What's my rating? Depending on where are you looking? If you're talking about online, I'm 2200 rapid. On Lichess, and then 1800 blitz Lichess, and then over the board I'm 1650 USCF. FIDE, whatever the FIDE equivalent of 1650 would be, I'm not sure. What is it, 50 points minus? So I'm 1600, I guess, FIDE. I don't really know what the, can't remember what the conversion is. There used to be one. Or I've seen it somewhere. I just don't remember what it is. Maybe you guys know. If you know what the conversion is, I'm 1650 USCF, so whatever that equals in FIDE. But I'm actually not FIDE rated because I haven't played an international tournament. I would like to, but we're working on chess training right now. So if you want to hang out until after the stream, we will probably, maybe I'll do some streaming with take some requests, but I usually leave that as a reward for those who watch the stream and who are loyal as one of the rewards. So if you want to check that out, that would be awesome. But I would suggest and ask that you hang out with us and try to figure out some of these hard puzzles with us. So they're pretty good training techniques. So. I mean, you can eat and watch too. You know, grab some popcorn, man. It's all good. But if not, that's cool. I hope you have a great day. Okay, so we're down a pawn. And, all right, we are at 48. So we've got about 12 minutes to work on this. 13. Okay. Okay, so we see a little bit of tactics here, but can we make them work? So there's a pin here. We have some skewers and pins and things. Oh, 1700 feet. Yeah, I think so. Something like that. I can't remember if the FIDE is lower than the USCF or the USCF is lower than the FIDE. I always forget which way it goes, but yeah, I'm like 1700 feet. I would say. I'm on the rise. My trajectory is up, so I don't really know what my rating is. I'm not quite sure. Okay, so what are the best ways to deal here? Does white have any threats? White cannot take any of my pieces, so that's good. There's no captures, and they have no checks. Okay, so we don't really have to worry about them attacking us. Don't have to worry about that because that's pinned. Okay, so now we have to look at what we want to do. What can we do to cause problems? This is a potential. Oh, you got me. I'm going to have to withhold my answer about the chess dojo until after I'm done with this puzzle. Long story short, I was a previous member of chess dojo and I left. So yeah. Okay. How do we best proceed? Do we have any checks, captures, or threats? We have this check, but it's easily taken care of by this. Then we have this. And after that, it kind of goes nowhere because of this stops here. So I don't think we have any mate types of threats. So I believe the answer is any type of tactics. But what tactics are there? I see the ideas with skewers and pins and things, but how do we best exploit White's situation? We can't go there because he can just take, so that's a bad move. I believe the idea is just to improve a piece. I don't see any other, better move than that. But maybe there's an idea here where we can displace the queen. I don't see any mate threats, so what can we do to cause a mate threat? Or I don't see anything. Nothing tactical's kind of shooting out at me. So if we go there and he takes, it means nothing. It's just losing a bishop. I don't see a follow-up, so that's useless. Maybe it's a slow maneuvering ahead, but we always have to be concerned about this passed pawn. But the king is well defended, and in order to become a challenge, we have to get our rook into the mix. But how do we best do that? So there's a long-term plan with like this type of situation, but even then we still need to get this square protected and somehow. Or this is difficult. F5. F5 is an idea, but the problem is the one problem I see with that is they don't have to take e5. They don't have to take that. They can just come right here, and now we have all kinds of problems. Like, how do you stop that? Or even this? Like, this looks not good. That's my concern. They don't have to take. And I mean, even if we're allowed to do this, it kind of doesn't mean much. So maybe that's the way, but I just, this is scary to me. And this leaving that backwards is, I think, a mistake. Maybe I'm wrong. I just don't see a way through or how to stop all of that. I mean, you can move your king up, but yeah, this looks very, very, how do you deal with that? I don't see a way to deal with that. And then this is now you're on the back foot. So I don't know that that's the right path. I saw it right away, but I dismissed it. Maybe I dismissed it a little early, but I feel like that's really kind of devastating. All right, you guys look at it for a second. I'm gonna get my kids going with lunch. I'll Be right back. Time for lunch, buddies. Okay, so I'm gonna dismiss that one. I don't think that's. Yeah, I think that would be a way to cause real problems for ourselves. Yeah, I think maybe f6 g5 bishop f4 might be a good way to go, but I feel like maybe it has to be slower, and we start here. So the other thing I'm concerned about that is I think moving either of these pawns might be a mistake. And the more I look at it, because let's look, if we go here and here, now what? Like, that's like, we're just letting the queen in. That's not awesome. And at the very least, like, we have to move up, and then this, and we're gonna move here, and this pawn drops. So that doesn't work. Yeah, maybe rook e7. I think as long as the pawn's here, if the queen comes in, we're still safe. Because this pawn's protected and they'd have to sack. So you're talking f6. Rook to e7. Oh yeah, they can't because of that, you're right. But what do you do after that? Like what? Okay. And now what? Right, they very much can't take your pawn. So, yeah, that I don't like that at all. Now g5. This is really long-winded, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's possible. I don't think moving the pawns is the right idea. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think here is the first step. Yeah, these are really subtle. They're not obvious most times, especially the hard puzzles. I've only gotten a few of them. Yeah, sweetie. We need bread? Sure. Yep. All right. Apparently we need bread. Okay. Oh, I hear a doggy. I'm thinking that the idea is to redirect the bishop. That's my plan. That's what I think is best. But what's their best move after this? So let's delete that and delete this. What's their best plan from here? If they move the queen off of this diagonal, let's say they come here, we have this, so that's no good. They can't move the queen off. They can do whatever else they want. Let's say they bring the knight in to be more defensive to the king. Yeah, I think this is the right way to go. Fiction verse. Yeah, I'd love to play a game with you, but we're working on study stuff right now, so that might be something we do later. But I usually reserve that to as a reward for people that are watching the stream. I'm not one of the skill players that are out there. I'm an adult improver, so I'm not one that's trying to flex my chess knowledge and prowess against other people, though I do enjoy playing other people. It's just not something I normally do. So I leave it as a reward. But yeah, maybe I'll play some games with some people that are watching after the stream, after we get through all of our study. But it's going to be in a little while. So, all right, I'm kind of running out of time here. We have to kind of make a decision. I have to refrain from moving any of the pawn moves. I don't like any of the pawn moves. I feel like that's a way to allow too much counterplay. So I'm gonna have to dismiss those. And if I'm wrong, then I'll stand corrected when the solution tells me I'm wrong. I like the only thing that's coming out to me is we got to get our other third piece active. This piece is doing nothing, so an open file is a good idea, with the idea of rerouting the bishop and putting on this really strong diagonal towards the king. That's my idea, unless somebody sees something different that they think is more powerful than that. I'm definitely open to, we can explore it one last go before we make a real effort. Okay. All right. I feel like we put a good 20 minutes into this so far, so I'm going to play this with the idea of rerouting the bishop. If I'm wrong, we're wrong. That's okay. All right. Hard puzzle for 3-9 or 9-3, depending on where you're at and in the world. We're going to like that one, and let's take a look. All right, so I'm going to actually switch this over to full screen so you can see what I see. Actually, you can't, so I have to move my webcam. I'll go down over here, and you guys can read what I see here. For the moment, black seems to be in control of the dark squares. White is about to play knight to d3. Okay, so rook to a8. A stunning example of improving a piece is black trying to get the bishop to the a7g. Okay, so I had the right idea, just the wrong squares to do it. Oh, okay. Now that I'm seeing this, yes, this makes a lot of sense. So here and then here, I had the right plan. Oh, so this is what happens if, yeah, okay, so that's equal. I found equaling moves, but dang, that's long. But we had the right idea. I did find the right idea. We just didn't go far enough over because the knight could then have counterplay. Beautiful. Okay, this makes a lot of sense. I feel really good about finding what I found. I didn't find the whole thing, but yeah, this was good. So instead of this square, we want to put the bishop on this square with the same idea of pinning, because They just don't have enough moves to get both pieces out of the way of the king. Yeah, it's a positional and tactical kind of combination. This is a great puzzle. I love this puzzle a lot. Okay, let's move this back. Let's go back up here, and we'll go back to puzzles. Awesome. I hope you guys like that one. That was super amazing. I'm happy that I had the right idea, just the wrong squares. So my intuition is getting stronger. I'm gonna have to comment on this because this has by far been my favorite puzzle. All right, so we've done all of our chess. Okay, we've done, I'll mark that off. I'm done with that. We did our chess gym. I have not done a bunch of my chessable, which you guys can see here, but we can work through some. Let's work through our review. Does this actually show? We got to change to chessable. There we go. Let's work through some of our reviews on chessable. That's one of the things I have to mark off, and we will mark these as green because I have done them. All right. So this is from the course Chess Played Quick. I don't know if you guys have seen that before, but I've actually completed the course and now I'm working on maturing all of the lines. Oh boy. I do not remember this one. So there is a fork, but they can take, but that's good because then that would be checkmate. So I believe that's the case. But then they can just move, but then we just take. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I don't remember this one. It's a mate in 5, but I just don't remember the sequence. We have to dislodge this knight so we can get right here. Oh, actually, I think we're just supposed to move the queen there. Maybe not. Oh, it is. Yes. Yeah, there we go. Nope. This way. There we go. Good. Yeah. I mean, that's the whole idea is, I mean, even if you get them wrong, you're supposed to get them wrong. They're hard, right? I don't get, I usually only get the fundamental one, and I don't normally get, I get the medium one probably 50 to 60% of the time, and then the hard one I only get maybe 25% of the time. I've only gotten a few of them. So, but when I get them, I you know, they're so hard. I feel really happy, and I like, they're supposed to stretch your imagination and your thought process, and they are extremely helpful. So I really, I'm happy to get them wrong, and then I just do whatever I can to make sure I understand why I got it wrong. And I found that that's been extremely helpful. So I'm loving the chess gym a lot, quite a bit. Okay, I think this is just a knight to d3. Yeah, you gotta fail over and over and over again. No. Okay, so maybe it's this way first. It is that way first. Double check. Hmm. I feel like you gotta do something with the knight, right? Like, what? Oh, oh my gosh. That's awesome. Forgot about that move. It's been a while since I've had to review this. Now we go here? No, he can just take the rook. Is it this way? It's this way. God, the whole idea of keeping that knight there is just absolutely mind-numbing. The whole time. I hate this puzzle. I just don't. It just might. It's so hard. Like to see that whole sequence from here is ridiculous. These are certainly the tough. I gotta go look at this. What? Yeah, these are the super GM level. That's why they're so hard. Yeah, 170, I believe. Yeah, let's see where number one. I think it's a super GM one. Yeah, it's like the last puzzle. It is. Yeah, it's the last puzzle. That's what I thought. So yeah, no wonder I can't get it because it is a super GM puzzle. I mean, that's what's so. I mean, if you're looking at this and you're like, wow, what do I do? And you don't get it. And then you go look at this and you're like, what? Are you kidding me? Like this is a 7-move checkmate. With, multiple variations and trees. And it's just, it's ridiculous. It's so hard. And it all begins with a tall level, sacrifice with the queen. Like, really? Yeah. You're like, okay, I don't feel so bad for not knowing this. Even though I only just learned this the other day. Or I've only just did this puzzle the other day because I just finished this chessable course this week. So I did the last, 5 to 8 puzzles I think I had left this week. And I went through and learned them. So I don't know the sequence yet, which is why, obviously, I struggled trying to get this one. But yeah, this is really, really hard. Just wow. Nuts. But I think the idea on how to improve is by doing puzzles like this to really expand and challenge your calculation, because it's hard. It's really hard. That one I understand. That one I know. But yeah, some of these are still in the super GM level. Oh yes, okay. So here we want to push the king in the middle, and then we need to displace 2 pieces. And these are like my favorite puzzles. These endgame puzzles. I love them so much. Yeah, I love endgame puzzles. They're like my favorite. like this one. Well, you kind of already know one of the moves, so I'll let you guys see if you can figure this one out. Let me know what the calculate it as far as you can, and let me know what it is. I know the sequence, but guys have any ideas? No ideas? All right. So the idea is you need to get a hold of the queen. Here's the first move. And then you're like, wait, what? So if they take here, you get this fork. Whoops. Right? And then you try again, and you get this same fork. But then you're like, oh, they blocked it. You just take. And then you get this fork. Awesome. And this was one I actually figured out. Like, I calculated from the start all the way to the end. I felt really good about figuring this one out from back here. Yeah, I mean, you got to understand and know knights really well, but then understand their relationship on how they can fork pieces. I love working with knights, so this type of puzzle is like my jam. And here's another one. This was tricky. I did not figure this one out on my first go. This was tough. And this way. Yeah, this is another really good problem that's really tough to try to calculate out. These Super GM ones are, some of them were kind of easier, and I think it's mainly because I've seen some of the themes and concepts before, but this one's really awesome. This is a nice made threat. So let's see if you guys can pause the video and try to figure it out for yourself. If you're watching this back, not live, obviously. But seeing the first move is kind of easy, but you have to calculate the rest to make sure the first move is okay. Because you don't want to just give it up. Very tricky. Oh, this is a good one too. Give you guys a chance to see if you can figure it out. Queens and bishops and queens and knights in the open board. Bad news. Bad news. Oh, this one I get wrong all the time. This one's really hard. I know the first move, but I can't remember the calculation of the next. Oh, yeah, no, I think I remember now. It starts here. Shoot. Don't remember. That's it. There it is. The bishop move is the hardest move to find here. This one. Mainly because if they take with the queen, you get this scenario. So yeah, it's tough to find the bishop move. Oh, this is a good one too. Try to work this one out. Yo, hello. Welcome, welcome. Which do you promote to? Rook. Otherwise, it's stalemate if it's a queen. This one is really hard to figure out. I wouldn't have expected anybody to get this one. The king is kind of stuck. And really what you have to do is you have to reduce its escape squares by getting a queen or any other piece on d2. So you can get the bishop to h6 and have this corridor mate. And now it's just because the king has no squares, it's just stuck. You just have to figure out getting it in check. So yeah, it's rough. Because if the queen ever moves, queen to takes d4, checkmate. Tough to find. Oopsies, don't remember this one completely. There we go. Push the king back. I always forget the second move. All right, I think we've got one more left. And I'll give you guys a chance to see if you can figure this one out. I know I'm going through some of these pretty quick, but I should probably talk about how they work a little bit more, but I want to get on to doing some actual kind of chess tempo tactics for the day. But maybe we'll go do, I think maybe we'll go do Elite Chess instead, and see how well we can do there. I haven't done it in a while, and we'll see how we do. Okay. Did you guys give this one a go? Did you figure it out? Give you guys an opportunity to type in the chat what you think is the line to play as white. The move, queen here, and you're like, wait, what? Knight goes to e6, not quite. Boom. Can you guys see mate in one? Sack the rook. Not quite, but if we go back to here, knight goes to e6. Well, a knight can't go to e6, and you're talking about sacking the rook. Not sure that works, but yeah, this would then be checkmate because of the bishop, and it has no other moves. Oh, it was behind. Yeah. So, yeah, this is a tough one. After king f8, the move is queen h7. And if the knight takes, then it's checkmate. If the knight doesn't take, we have this other checkmate. And the king can't move to f7 or h7 because of the knight protecting it. Yeah, so yeah, here's a couple of the things that I've been working on. Chess Played Quick, I finished that, but I'm working on maturing all the lines, and now I am working on Art of Attack. We could probably do more of these, but yes, these are much higher level tactics. They're in the probably class B level. Some of those tactics in that. Let me show you guys the levels. So there's easy level tactics. This is free course, by the way. This Chess Played Quick. Here, let's go to the home page. You guys can just see it. It's for all levels. As you can see, and yeah, you guys, it has 178 trainable variations. It's free, and I'll just post it here in the chat so you guys can see it. That's probably only going to go there. Let's go to our Restream chat, and you guys can check that out. This is extremely helpful. It has a nice level of tactics for any level of player, which is really nice. So, what is your Chessable repertoire courses? I can show those. Let me just change my view here to full screen. So, I'm only going through 2 Chessable courses right now for my repertoire, but I don't really spend a lot of time working on it. Uh, the bulk of my work is I'm not really looking at doing opening courses anymore. I just kind of play good, solid opening principles and play whatever I feel like I want to at the time. But recently, I had been learning um, Counterblow by Robert Ramirez and the Ready, just to get some ideas for different things I can play over the board. But I play kind of all kinds of things over the board. So I have a number of openings that I like to play, and I don't really try to limit myself. I found that I was kind of pigeonholed, and I decided to get rid of that, and I dropped all of my opening prep and started again, and I've done that a number of times. And now I kind of play all kinds of stuff. But what I've been working on and learning recently has been the King's Indian and the Perk, and the Ready. The reason is openings don't help you. I know it's a big hot take, but they'll help you get to a certain point in a game, and then you're left to your own devices. And after that, you're stuck. So if you don't understand what to do after the opening was useless. So what opening courses will do for you is it will help you feel comfortable in the opening, and it will get you to a point where you can progress and just play chess. So it will help you raise your comfort level and feel confident, at least in the opening. But as soon as you are out of your memorized preparation, you then have to play chess, and you are on your own. And when you're on your own, you're left to your own devices. You don't have any knowledge or information on what to do after the opening. So how do you do that? So I've stopped kind of doing my opening courses. I have a pretty large repertoire of choice here. I'll show you all my other archived courses that I've went through. I've reset most of these, so don't take where they're at as an indication of how much or how little I have worked on these. But I have knowledge in pretty much all of these that I have here, and I did a lot of work in all of these openings. I play the Perk. I went through Andreas Toth's E4 repertoire for club players, which is, if you want to be an aggressive club player, this is a great course. I've worked through the King's Indian attack. I've worked through Grandmaster Gambits with Simon Williams. I played the French. I played the O'Kelly. I played the Dutch. I've played the other side of the E4 Gambits, which are all of the offline things. Played the Queen's Indian. So I also played the Carol Khan, the Black Lion, the Botvinnik English, and the Zucatord. So I've played, you name it, I've probably played it. Or I still do. And I have a lot of, my opening prep is very, very good. But I found is, and I'll show you actually what I found here. So if we go through mistake types, and I urge all of you to do this, take a look at a number of your games that you lost. And you should do this with longer time controls. If you're doing this with Rapid, it's probably Rapid or Blitz. It can probably be beneficial, but I would do this with longer time controls, because this is really going to solidify what problems are in your thinking. And so what I did is I put together last year, end of last year, September time, I put together a list of my last 12 losses, and I put the engine on them, and I took a look after, and this is after I did all my analysis. I found where I had my blunders, what type of mistake it was. Was it a blunder? I categorized it and did all this. So some of these have 2. This one has 3 blunders in it. And so what I did is I took all of my mistakes and all my blunders, and I put them in this list, and then I put what phase of the game I have problems in. You can see a pattern. My pattern is I have a lot of problems in the middle game. I've been distracted. A couple of these times I was on call because I had to get up and go take care of work and then come back, and I lost focus. So distraction was a number of things. But a lot of the things I had was miscalculations. Now, you can do this and look at it and be like, oh, there's all my problems. Great. I think the most important part is the next step is categorizing all of the mistakes you made, every single one. So out of my 12 games and all of those mistakes, where were the mistakes? And 6 times out of 12, I forgot my preparation. So that was one thing. But the major things were miscalculation, anything dealing with tactics. Almost every game had something dealing with tactics or calculation. And positional stuff, I had a few wrong plans with pawn levers. I have a real problem with pawn breaks. And then my thinking model was really bad. I wasn't assessing the position properly, or I wasn't setting the right goals, or anything like that. So what I did was I took it upon myself to figure out what all that stuff is, and then I put together a plan on how to improve. None of that has anything to do with my openings. If we go, I had 2 games out of 12 where I had a problem in my openings, and what I did was I actually went back further and looked at them. I don't have problems in the openings. My openings are probably class A, if not at least expert level, maybe higher. And my openings are really, really good. I understand the opening phase of the game extremely well. The reason is because I did a lot of work in all those openings, and I understand where pieces are supposed to go and how you're supposed to develop and how you should be trying to take control of center. But my problems aren't there. My problems were with tactics, middle game planning, and thought process. And I would imagine a lot of people are having similar types of issues, and they just haven't identified them yet. What happened to my Twitch account? My Twitch account's there. I'm streaming to both right now, so I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. If you were looking up Nicholas J. Sloan, it's been changed to High Ground Chess, but that should be there. So maybe that's the case. So I'm now known as High Ground Chess on both. So yeah, I developed a plan of study around tactics, middle game planning, and all of that, and I've been going through that. So, oh, it gives you an error. Oh yeah, maybe there's something wrong with it right now. I'm not sure. I haven't gone and looked. Let's see. Twitch TV. Let's see. Am I actually online? You can also see my stream on Lichess as well. Channel. Let's see. No, it looks like I'm online. Everything looks good. It's probably the name change, I'm guessing. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. So everything should be good. If you like Twitch better than YouTube, I'm trying to post to both. So yeah, that's kind of a long-winded scenario as to why I don't really put a lot of effort into opening courses, because you eventually always, every single game, have to get to a point where you're out of your opening prep and now you have to play chess. And if you don't have an understanding of middle game and tactics and planning and positional ideas, I'm guessing that's where a majority of players, even new players who are just learning the game, are falling short and losing their games. It's usually due to tactics. So I said, I'm not going to do that anymore. I want to improve, and I would like to be a more well-rounded player. So what I've done is I put myself on a path. So now pretty much I have these because I was going through them and I'm just learning some of the lines, just so I have them in addition to what I already know. So now I'm doing anything that's related to tactics. So Art of Attack and my Chess Played Quick. And then I'm working on some positional play stuff because of my issues with pawn breaks and things like that. And some of my technical planning and positional planning, and then also Sam Shakelin's calculation workbook, along with all the things that I'm doing for the chess gym. So my ratings online, let's go look. Don't remember exactly, where I'm at. Let's check my profile. So yeah, I'm 1830 rapid and blitz, and then 2215 rapid. So I've been playing pretty well. I haven't played a lot of classical games, but that should obviously rise up above whatever my rapid rating is. And correspondence, I haven't played a lot of games there either. But and then on chess.com, they're lower. They're all lower than that. I think I'm at 1600 blitz and 1900, something like that, rapid. And then my USCF is 1656. Actually, you can't see that, but actually, let's go look it up. I'll tell you what it is. I'm in the top 200 in Wisconsin. Where am I at here in the list? Am I just blind here? What am I missing? There I am. I'm 122nd in Wisconsin. And my rating, 1651. I lost 5 points in the last tournament. Well, I lost 5 and then I lost 1 or something like that. But yeah, so yeah. Yeah, YouTube might be not as awesome as Twitch, so I don't think they know how to queue as best. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now with my ratings. But if we look at my, actually, no, we want to go to the graph. So we look at my graph, though. I mean, I've got this just an upward trajectory. So I'm not quite sure where my rating is yet. I would assume at some point it will level off, but I don't know exactly where or when that will be. But I'm excited, so we're just going to keep working on things. My quick rating is only 1500 something. I haven't played a lot of over-the-board quick rating events. I haven't played any blitz events, and my correspondence is on the way up too. So I'm not quite sure exactly where I sit in terms of rating yet. If I'm able to correlate whatever this is to my over the board, then whatever that conversion would be is probably where I'm at, because I'm working on these, but they're also going up. So I had a plateau for a little while, but I don't play a lot, so I do a lot more study than not, if that makes sense. Mind playing some blitz games? Yeah, you know what? Sure, why not? Let's see. Let's play some. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna play my blitz games on chess.com, because I don't really care about any of my chess on chess.com, and I'm a lot more likely to play poorly when I'm commentating. So, but yeah, we can play some games. All right, let's close out of all these other things and reload. I think you guys can see what I'm looking at. And let's play some rapid. I think you guys can see everything. Yep, I think I got the right scene. It looks like it's good. And let's see how we do. I might not be as good. I certainly need to practice the skill of commentating and playing at the same time. I have not really worked too hardly on that. So I guess now is as good a time as any to give it a go. I will try my best to explain what I'm doing and how I'm playing. And he's going to abort because he does not like to see the English. That's just, I love it when people do that. I get great satisfaction out of people that will not play against the English. It makes me laugh. And all right, so they didn't like the English. Let's see if this guy likes the English. Okay, so he's very quick to play that move. And we'll play the Botvinnik. English. I'll do my best to explain my plans and ideas and things, but I'm not very good at it, so bear with me if, you know, I'm missing something. So here's a common theme. Yeah, he's thinking that we are going to actually go this way, but I might not. But we probably will anyways. So if he wants to trade that off, I'll let him. That's all right. I'm not too concerned. I can do the same thing against his bishop, so the idea is to do exactly what he did. He just happened to do it first. He is from India. Nice. I like that. This is one thing that I think is really cool that chess.com does, and they have the ability to have everybody's flag and see where people are from. That's pretty cool. I like that. It's because it's really neat to be able to play people against in other countries. Okay, so a lot of the ideas in the Botvinnik English are to expand on the king side, but we're going to consider doing the same thing because now his knight has to develop. I can't type in Twitch like at all. So he wants to come in here, and that's okay. We are going to do this. Oh, it happens to me all the time because I play the English and the ready. I don't know why that would not be working. I mean, other people are on Twitch, so you know, Andrew here is. Oh, probably because I have it limited. If you have not been part of my channel, for more than 10 minutes, it's to stop people from kind of being trolls and things like that. So, okay. Do we just push at H4 here and stop them from coming in? Because then we can just do this. Or do we just kick the knight back? I think we'll do this. We'll kick the knight back. I assume he'll go there. It'd be weird for him to go there, I think, but... And then I'm going to come here. And then I might do this. Yeah, the 10-minute timer is to stop from trolls is all. Okay, so I think we're going to come here, and then I have the ability to come here. And then I also have the ability to do this and this. So those are my kind of plans and ideas here. I also have this and this to open up lines. His plans and ideas should be trying to push on the king side. All right, so he stopped that from happening. So now I think, so he's got 1, 2, and 3. I've got, yeah, that's, I gotta kind of wait for him to push there and then I can do that. The other thing I can do is try to swap off queens. I think what I'll do, yeah, is then go after his knight, try to kick him back. If he goes back here, I can come here and we can trade if we trade off knights. I also have the ability to do this still. It's in the weight, but I was also thinking of maybe doing this to try to swap off queens. Okay, so he got that in, which is fine. I think we'll just leave it, because if he goes here, that's fine. I'm not too worried. If he goes here, that might be a problem. Let's do that. See what he does. If he goes here, we just take. And here, I think we can just take. And then I think we'll do this, and we get this spot again. Are you talking about like way back? Like way back when he... I don't like that move. Actually, I think I might do this, hoping that he takes here and then go here. But if he goes here and I go here, then what? Then I'm kind of like, I don't like that. We also have this. I think we're going to take first. If he comes here, that's fine. We'll just go here. If he goes here, I'm going to attack his queen. Okay, so he played this a little bit differently. So that's fine. I think we do this, because if we go here, we attack his queen and then we get to push. And that's nasty, because then we can take here and then I get this open. Yeah, I like that idea better than just taking back right away. If he just goes here, I'll just take his queen and it's check. So he's got to move. But he can do this, this, and then he's got this coming in, but we can defend, so I'm not too worried about that after we take. Okay, yeah, and we're going to attack him again. Yes, we get both. Double tempo. Yeah, yeah. I love it. So I expect him to come here or come here. And then we have to be careful with this. But we'll just come here. Actually, we have this too. And we've got this and this and this. Okay. We're doing pretty well. Yes, 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 yes. All right, so his threat's here. Okay, we're gonna protect that. Really? For real? You're just gonna give that up like that? Or do you think you have something here? He can't come here. I mean, this is just, now just go back. All right, let's go. What are you gonna do? Come here? Okay. Yeah, you got nothing. I can go here and here. I got this and this. Oh, now you're getting fancy here. Oh, this could get crazy quickly. Okay, now what to do? So his threat is coming here, which is fine. We can do that. So I think what we'll do is this. So you can't come really anywhere with his queen because we can take it. This is his only safe square for the queen. He can come here, but we can take that. Oh, and we have this too. He can come here and we'll just drop back. If he goes here, we can then move forward. And I think we're safe. Because now, if he does anything, we can just take or take. So he has this and this. So I think if we go here, he has nothing. He can go back, big deal. Ooh, if he goes there with his queen, that's checkmate. So I can't do that. I have to go back. I think he has a draw. Shoot! Yeah, he has a draw if he wants it, which is a bummer, but that's fine. He might just take the pawn. If he comes here, I can just take, but he's got to do this back and forth. After this, yeah, I'll definitely play, yeah. I can't go to E1 because of the queen. And if I go here, he goes here, it's checkmate. So I can't go to E2. I guess I could have went here, but didn't want to do that. Yeah, I don't like any of that. So, oh, okay, that's weird. He's gonna give me a chance to escape. Oh, I have this. That's actually really good. Actually, I think we're gonna do this. We're gonna give up the. We got to give up the pawn, unfortunately, to defend. And we'll come here. I probably could have left it there, and just like pushed a pawn and seen what he does, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna get my knight here and just be a little bit more defensive. And we'll just do this. Ooh, we can't do that. Shoot! Oh boy, that's a big bummer. Oh, actually we can just do this. Yeah, we can. Okay. We're kind of in trouble here. But I think we're saving just barely. Just barely. Yeah, we've saved this. Woo! Thanks for following, everybody. I appreciate everybody that's joining and taking a look at what we're doing. I won on time, but I'm pretty sure I was winning that game. Yeah, if you want to add me, you can just add Nicholas J. Sloan, and I think I have my things open for invites. If I go back to just play online, I think I'm taking requests. If not, somebody can show me where the settings are for that. I'm not quite sure. I don't know if you have to be my friend or not, but I will certainly take any challenge. I'm not gonna play a bullet game. That's ridiculous. I can't commentate and also like talk about a bullet game. 5-5 is probably as low as I'll go. I'd probably play a 3-2 game. I just can't. It says you can't challenge me. There's got to be a setting for that. I don't know where it is. Somebody's gonna have to try to help me with that. I'll add everybody as friends. So maybe that's it. Okay, live chess. I have, yeah, my challenges are, oh, minus, okay, Annie. Okay, there we go. Incoming, that's why. I have it saved now, so it should work. I had it changed to not allow. There we go. Perfect. All right, let's go. Yeah, I had it so nobody could challenge me if they were more than 25 points lower than me. So that was my fault, but that's fixed now. I'm gonna get destroyed, but I'd like to see how a 1500 level plays. Oh, I don't mind. Yeah, this person's 1500. Oh, we should probably not do that. Let's do that. Oh, we have 5 minutes. I thought somebody was. I thought it was a bullet game. So this person is from Portugal. That's awesome. Very cool. Let's do that. No, I don't. I don't mind playing a 1700 uh, or a 700 or a 500. I'm happy to help out. Hopefully, maybe some of the games when we talk about it after will help identify or help with helping gain understanding of whatever you might be struggling with or need help with. I think we'll do that. Ooh, we have to be careful. We're actually going to do this. There we go. Keep the pieces out. So he is to be very careful with this rook because he's now gotten it almost trapped. Of course, if he comes here, I'll probably just take it. But if he doesn't, I'm just going to go here. Okay. I think I can just go here, but then there's that. All right, we'll do that. So I'm just going to gain control of the file here and kind of go from there and try to trade this rook off. Yep. I own the file, so he can't really kind of get in here. If he doesn't take me, I'm going to take him, and then I'm just going to bring my rook here. And I should be good. Yeah, we're going to take that and do that. Try for that. Let's see. Yeah. Figured as much. Yeah, that was kind of a wasted move. Didn't really like that. But I think I can do this. I always can go back, so I was hoping for a cheap trick, but yeah, makes sense. Let's do that. Definitely tricky stuff here. Oh boy, we gotta be careful, don't we? Okay, that's kind of, I guess. Do we take that way or do we take that way? We take that way. Or do we take this way? We'll do it that way. Yep. Thought of that. And check. We're gonna do this, then this, and this. We're gonna get this bishop back over here. Yeah, figured as much. Gonna lose that pawn, but not much I can do about that. I'm probably playing this wrong, but yeah, I feel like I've kind of messed this game up. Not doing very well. Yeah, I'll play a few viewers. I got a little bit of time. Okay, so we're gonna do that. I think he has at least a draw, but it's pretty even. But I've got a time advantage, so I just have to kind of go slow and see if I can pick up these two pawns. Ah, okay. That took away his drawing chances. Yeah, because now he has no more checks. Oh, I guess he does. Okay, but oh, I guess he still has them. I'm gonna have to give that pawn up, I think. So if he goes there. Yeah, maybe. Perpetual check. Yeah, he saved the pawn. Okay. Let's see how he plays this. Yeah, it's a draw, I think. Unless I want to give up material. It's just going to be a draw. Which I can't do, so it's kind of a bummer. But I'm going to give it a try anyways, just because I don't like drawing. Take the pawn. Go ahead. Take two pawns, actually. Or trade queens. Yes. I feel as though I have a superior endgame. Perhaps I don't, but oof, that was a mistake. Yeah. He's just gonna draw it. Oh. Yeah, I can't go up, otherwise he pushes a pawn and... All right, I'm going to use the restroom really quick and I'll be right back. Okay, all right. If it's unrated, I think so, but yeah, maybe I didn't set my settings the right way. Let me go look. Daily chat, live chess. Incoming, any to anyone, allow challenges. Chat requests, anyone, everyone. Friends alerts. Yeah, I think all my settings are correct. Maybe I'm missing allow challenges. It's set to everyone. And my incoming challenges are set to any. Yeah, it should be good. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why it wouldn't be working. It looks good to me. Maybe, were you trying to send it unrated? I don't know. We can look at the game afterwards, too. Hang on, let's take a look. Yeah, there's definitely a certain number of things that I missed. I'm pretty confident of that. Yeah, I messed this up for sure. I wonder what the game review says. Let's see. Full screen. Yeah, I played really extremely poorly. What's my blunder? Yeah, I knew to take the draw there. I did that on purpose, so I'm aware of that. Whoops. No. Yeah, let's go back here. Yeah, this is all pretty standard course. Yep, that's normal. It didn't like how I played this, but yeah, I shouldn't have let you have the pawns. I should have just stayed. Yeah, send. I don't think you'll be able to send a link either. Yeah, that was a mistake. It looks like. Shouldn't have done that. What was the best move? Yeah, go back here. Yeah, I was trying to be fancy and shouldn't have done that. But same thing with how I played this. Yeah, I was trying to be fancy and didn't, so it's all good. Oh, there we go. 3-2. Okay. Alrighty. Are you Frank Castle? Is that you? I messed this up already. Shoot. I was moving. Yeah, this is why I don't like playing like Bullet and extremely fast Blitz. Okay. That's fine. I don't know if this is a viewer or not. I guess I should have waited. Sorry. Yeah, maybe you. Oh, he must be watching, so that's cool. No, it's all good. I'm capable of playing 3-2. It's just I'm not very good at commentating at the same time. Sweet. Well, that's good. I'm glad I got to play another viewer then, so that's good. Okay, we are going to control the center. Zan, we'll play one after this, and then I think I'm gonna wrap up. Yeah, my incoming settings are set to all in all, so I'm not quite sure because the other people were able to do it, so I'm not sure what the deal is. Ooh. Yeah, I'd set them, so I'm not quite sure. If you want to type your username in the chat, I can maybe send you one as well. Since you're here and have been patient, I'm happy to play another one for sure. Yeah, sorry if I'm not explaining what I'm doing. It's just when there's not a lot of time, I kind of have to focus. Okay. Gotta move, man. 20 seconds. Ah! That's okay. Oh, jeez. Well, yeah, I messed that up. Good game. Yeah, I'm not... It's too fast. This is way too fast for me. I'm not very good at doing that. Okay, play a friend. There you go. Standard. Yep. And unrated. There you go. Should be incoming, Zayn. And after this one, I'm going to have to go. Ah, didn't even realize I was on that thing. Whoops. All right. Best of luck. Best of luck. Classical variation of the Pierts. Yeah, I messed up the last game. That's okay. Time pressure is always a thing. And if I'm like trying to commentate and do everything at the same time, I always like miss things. It's hard. It's definitely a skill that you have to learn with like commentating and playing at the same time. It's not an easy thing. It's quite challenging. Okay. Interesting middle game. So pushing this is to prevent this guy and this. This is to give an escape square for my queen. And then we want to bring the rooks in the middle. So the idea when you're developing, you don't really know what to do. Develop to decent squares and create threats. Targeting the pawn, getting on the open file. Targeting pawns. So that was probably a mistake, because now you're going to be tied to sticking around, trying to hang on to this pawn. But that's okay. We're going to double up our rooks. That was a blunder. Dang it. Yeah, that's okay. It happens. We can play another one if you want. Bishop in the corner. The fianchetto is tough, man. Like, it's hidden, you know? That's why it's good to fianchetto, and at the, sub 1000 level, sometimes you miss it. You just forget that it's there, and it then comes out and bites you. It's like a hidden sniper that's coming out from the depths. It's a bummer. Yeah, and this is just some basic tactics here. It's a free piece. Can't take it because then it's checkmate. So now you're just down a rook. Have to be careful. Now you're forced to give up the queen, and I've just got a full rook. Tough to finish this out. And that is checkmate. Good game. Well, that was fun. Thank you everybody for playing and watching. It was very entertaining. I hope you guys learned a lot. And yeah, you got to be careful of those bishops. Let's go back and take a look. So you were good up until... That's not a good move, just because of how, as you saw what happened. So here's part of the deal. Yeah, that's a free pawn because I can take this guy. And now your queen is threatened. And once you take back, even taking like you did, which is probably the smartest move, I get the pawn, and now I'm pretty much just up a pawn. And I'm going to take your bishop on the next move too. So, and then you get this structure, and this is just not very good for white. You can see I'm already, it's almost like I'm a whole piece ahead. So out of the opening, that was rough. So the whole idea of playing the Pierts is so that it tries to provoke you to push one of these pawns, because that's good for black. Leaving your pawns here where they control all these squares is a lot more beneficial for playing against the Pierts. So a better move might have been, trying to kick the bishop, or moving the bishop back, or moving the queen up. You actually don't want to move the queen up. That's bad, because my next move, I'm going to take your knight no matter what. So you probably want to make a waiting move, not moving one of these pieces. So something like this, and then this and this. It's still not amazing, but if you look, it's a lot better than you had before. So something to consider when you're playing the perk or the Pierts. The whole idea of a Pierts player is we're trying to provoke you to push one of these pawns, because no matter which one you push, if I go here and you push this one, I'm going to go here, and that's just bad news. Now you're in big trouble. And then you saw the issue with the one that you pushed, is you lose a pawn for free. And that's not any good. You want to try to maintain that center, and a lot of times it's tough, because now if you look, white is, has a little bit of an advantage. But as long as you keep these pawns here, if you let me do anything else, let's say you do that, even then it still doesn't like that. I'm going to take the knight. So that's the whole plan. So in the Pierts, the two plans I have are going after your bishop by bringing my knight out, or pinning and coming out here. These are all okay for white. These are my plans. So if you're playing against the Pierts, so if we flip the board and you look at it from your point of view, it looks like a good idea to be like, oh yeah, I want to attack the knight. But it's really easy to miss the next sequence where I take the bishop, and now you've lost protection of that pawn, and I get the pawn, and now black is just winning and up a pawn. So that's enough to win a game. Now in your guys' games under 1000, you're still able to get that back, but so obviously always keep fighting. So that was good, a really good game. But okay, thanks for watching, everybody. I need to get to go do some things. If you guys want to connect with me, there's all my socials are there. So check out my link tree. It has all of my Twitter and YouTube and Twitch and my blog. If you want more content, all that stuff's there. Click on all the links and connect with me there. I'm pretty active in all the places, so if you're trying to get a hold of me, the Discord is probably the easiest and best place to get a hold of me. But I do appreciate all of you, and thanks for watching, and I hope you guys learned something today. I hope it was helpful, and I hope that I've helped you improve your own chess game. All right, everybody, have a great day, and I'll catch you guys in an upcoming episode.